Good.
All right, we are here. 2023 NCAA Cross Country Championships. Chris Chavez, Isaac Wood. The women's individual title. I mean, we can't even break down much of the race because it was watching a solo time trial of sorts. Parker Valby absolutely dominating. 18:55 for today's 6K course. What did you make of the performance?
Yeah, it's a heroic effort, right? I mean, you know, Tui not being 100% healthy, it's almost too bad that you have to have that caveat because I think what Valby did was incredible, and I don't know if Tui beats her on today, but she wouldn't have let her get away as far as she did. And by the time that she was rolling through here 3K in, she was so far ahead. It was like, okay, this is a no-brainer. Just an unbelievable day. She ran her race. She did it her way. And she won the national title the way that she wanted to.
There was about like a 28 to 30 second gap at one point.
Right.
So, you know, it split, I think it was like 15:45 through the 5K or something like that. So what were the signs all along throughout the season that made you think, all right, if she wins, it's going to be in dominant fashion?
She doesn't know any other way. I think she's always, at least since she's been in the NCAA system, I didn't really see her in high school, so I don't know, but you know, since she's been at Florida, she wants to get out. She wants to get out hard, and she wants to be chased.
All right, I will give you some kudos because in your prediction, it took me a little bit by surprise that you didn't go Valby Tui. Instead, you went Doris Lemon-Goal, a little bit of a repeat of the SEC Championships, how those two ended up there, and it turned out that way.
Yeah, sometimes it's, you know, in life it's better to be lucky than it is to be good. But no, obviously, you know, when I watched SECs, I thought, wow, Lemon-Goal isn't afraid of her. You know what I mean? And as much as Valby still took it to her, I thought, well, this Lemon-Goal girl I think is pretty tough, and I think she you know, she'll close well. Alabama going 2-4,
Mm-hmm.
very, very, very good day from her and her teammate Elemomoy. Getting second and fourth, I thought that was really strong performances from them.
So one of my favorite things that we used to do a couple of years ago when we would unpack the NCAA championships on the podcast would be, I would say, all right, Isaac, now that our attention shifts over to track season, who's someone that kind of impressed you with their performance here today, and also all throughout the cross-country season that you're like, okay, that person's going to be one to watch in the 5K, 10K when it comes to track season?
Yeah, I like Village Up Karui from Oklahoma State. Kind of been not under the radar too much, like people know who she is.
Yeah.
But I think that I think she'll pop off in the 5 and 10 outdoors at least, and in the 3K, 5K coming up indoors. What's going to be exciting is in 2 or 3 weeks that first Boston race.
Yeah, we don't have to wait very long.
There. Yeah, we don't.
Yeah,
exactly,
we're going to see all the stars recycle this fitness, head to
Right.
BU, and run, you know, magical 15-15 performances.
Right, and then half of them will never be that fit again, and half of them still make it to NCAA indoors, and then, you know, lay an egg. No, just kidding, but that has happened before.
So Parker Valby has another year of eligibility. You could, after this season, going into an Olympic year, obviously you're going to have to weigh some options depending on how the track season turns out. But if she were to return to Florida, I mean, does her path to that championship get easier or harder? Once you win, the hardest part is defending the title. Caitlin Tui also has some eligibility in the same boat where professional prospects are going to be tempting. But how do you think, if she came back next year, her title chances to defend would look?
Yeah, I mean, target on your back is different. I think that although Valby definitely had a target on her back, hasn't the target always been bigger on Tui? I think so.
I think so.
And although I think there are a lot of people who believe that Valby was it, and based on the poll that you had that was basically too close to call, there's still lots of people who believe Valby was going to win for sure, and I was one of them. Coming back with a target on your back, it does change a little bit. I wonder if her training will change at all. I wonder if she's actually just running 2 or 3 days a week. I mean, you have to take it at face value, I guess. If she's really doing that, that's legendary type stuff.
Big win for all the low mileage folks out there. Like, really, you know, inspiring stuff.
Yeah, the comment sections are going to blow up more with the quality versus quantity stuff, right? So, and hey, you know what? There's just a million ways to get it done. If you were to look at the training of all the women that were All-American, it would look just so completely different for all of them, and it all ended up, you know, being positive for them in the end. So
performance like that makes you think, can Kate Flatt win NCAAs in cross country? Who knows? We'll shift over to the men's side shortly. But that was your NCAA women's individual preview. Everyone's bound down to Parker Valby.